All right. Hello, everyone. It's time for some more Fire Emblem Fates, Lunatic Classic Revelation. Except enemies have 100 crit. My units have 0 strength, 0 magic. So yeah, last time we left off, we were bashing our head against Chapter 9 of Revelation, and we'll continue doing that today. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm sorry about being late. As all of you guys know, I do contract work for the Squid Games. That's a joke, but at the same time, it's also not really a joke. They caught my look. I was doing the. Unfortunately, the show is like really bad. Season 3 is really bad, and that really So that's kind of why I'm late. Give me a moment to finish eating this thing so I can have some energy for this.
What?
All right, let's see what's going on here. Is it possible to tank in Rev?
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I think it's a lot harder though.
I
Let's see what else we got here. Wow, I blocked myself off. I cannot walk through my own house.
Huh?
Rice. Didn't even get any good items. Shame.
Of course. As King Garen's prisoner, I was prepared.
All right. So here's the plan. Let's just bash our head against Chapter 9 until something works. I think there's not really anything complicated we need to do. We just need to figure out a way to beat the map without getting our units blown in an unfavorable way that gets them killed. That's pretty tough, actually. That's the thing. Doing that, saying it is easy. Doing it is pretty hard. I think let's give Felicia the steel dagger. That's 9 damage on some Felicia. Wait, no. Okay, so Felicia now has 10 damage. That's actually a lot, I think. But can I possibly reclass Hane to something? Shrine Maiden. No, that's worthless. So I think we want to push the Felicia Hana support so we can try to get Felicia into Samurai. Korin. I feel like my early game Korin strat ended up being a little defunct because it's practically impossible to. I can't give up on the Dragonstone for one, and we don't have access to anything useful class wise until like chapter 13 at minimum. We have weapons that let our units dual strike, which is nice. I could buy a Hidachi for Hana. That's probably pushing it. You could also reclass Sakura into a Sky Knight for some emergency. I don't know. All right. I just think I don't think there's anything to it. We just gotta send it probably. Where's my mess hall? I need to reorganize my
Here goes
Ah shit, it's Felicia. Noxious steak. Oh god damn it. What the fuck? Wow, wait. All stats reduced by 1 plus 2 strength plus 2 magic? Trying to figure out is this worth keeping because that's like a lot of damage, right? Oh, it's actually not. It's not on any of the characters that matter for this. That's Kazi has more damage. The minus defense doesn't matter here because everyone will still die. Actually, I think this is worth keeping because then Kazi and Gunter can do more damage. Yeah, I'm trying to think about how to get this to work, right? So I think one big problem here is that if we bring characters, they can die, and because movement flexibility is pretty bad for us. Right? So I think the plan here is probably to find a place where we can hole up and then just try to keep fighting there until we kill all the enemies that are relevant. There's no reinforcements on this map. We get Rinka, but she's not very useful. I guess she could be like a cosmic backpack, or maybe Corn? I'm trying to think here. Because Rinka, I don't remember having actual plans for her. As for Corin, I think we could probably just use this as a pair up for now. I messed up. Okay, let's run it like this. Switch, we transfer into Gunter. We hit this guy with the Dragonstone. Let me dance. I fucked up already. Wait, I don't have enough damage to kill him? Ah, shit. That's embarrassing. Oh, wow. Huh? Oh, they didn't kill Zura. I guess they didn't see the kill. So they swapped out to do more damage on Corin. Interesting. Yeah, I thought I just lost there, but it seemed to work out. Interesting. Very interesting. So I think now what I do is I can move Kazi up here to do. I can't do any chip damage to these guys. They have disgustingly high defense. Let's make sure to avoid having Felicia kill Corin, so we can try to push the Felicia Hana support instead of the other options. Right? Because if we have Felicia heal Corin, that eats up support points that could go towards it doesn't eat up support points, but it deprioritizes maximizing the points there. Looks like the AI prioritized the dual attack. Yeah, I think they want to maximize damage here. It's enemies can have different behaviors depending on that sort of situation. So I think, oh yeah, the weakened debuff really got me there. I think we should be fine. Attack, dance, attack. The problem, yeah, this should be fine. We can attack here. I think we just stay like this. Because if we keep pushing, then things will not end up favorable for us. But at the same time, this is like a really bad spot to be in because we'll get blown into other terrain. So we do need to push forward. The problem being that dealing with this guy is going to be really tough. Damn. Having Gunter paired up was really kind of a bad idea because Gunter himself is pretty strong. So if I transfer Gunter here, does he do anything or does he just die? He just dies. Okay. All right. It's time to reset. This map really blows. I get it because it's a wind map. Very nice. 10 stars. All right. Let's see how this. Let's try this again. So I think we need to map out our turns a little better. For one, we put the character we want to pair Corrin up with over here. We probably pair up with Felicia early. Because I think we really need that extra bit of damage. The other option would just be to not do that, I guess. But I think that's probably the best choice. How about deploying only Corrin and flying units? It's gonna be tough to keep Corrin alive without healing. Alright, and then at that point, we're already bringing like 4 or 5 units. And then if we're gonna bring 4 or 5, we might as well bring everyone. I think the important thing is to move like quickly so we don't get caught in the wind. I think that's pretty important. I think if I pair up attack here, I can probably get him. No, I can't. If I dance, yeah, I guess I can dance here because I have Gunter here as use shelter. Because Gunter does start with shelter. I can get him. That's fine. So we can shelter here, and then we can transfer drop. I can move everyone up. I think the ninja will run away, and we'll get pair up attacked a bunch. So now that I think, oh, that's pretty good. Now that that guy's moved in, we can probably attack. We need to use a pair up attack to kill this guy, and then maybe we try to double attack the ninja. We're 1 damage off using the javelin. Damn it. It's better than nothing. So the other options we have are Kaze, which is also the same. We don't have a way to like buff ourselves or anything. Right? We don't. So we have Kaze attack. We have Tsubaki attack. I think we just go for him. So we attack, dance, attack. Hopefully, I think the ninja will still keep running. So we don't need to actually worry about him. Possibly. Because he won't see a kill. If he doesn't see a kill, he won't attack because he's on heal AI right now. So if I attack this guy, oh, that works out well. That works out really well for me because now I don't have to make a choice here. I can just kill him. Hand axe for this to get a kill, and then I think I can probably dance for Gunter to get rid of the guy up there, or dance for Corrin. I think I dance for Gunter because Corrin needs to block this guy from killing everyone else. And we can probably do it on like a safe tile, safe-ish tile. So this guy is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we this should be safe. Perfect. That's my game plan. Being overpowered in terms of defense. I think it's more to secure sources of early damage and then try to stack poison strike, savage blow. It's kind of similar to what my conquest run was doing, but we also do need to stack defense on at least a few characters. Currently it's Corrin, but that we can probably use others too. Okay, we have a nice shield gauge here that we can exploit. Well, not exploit, just use. So I think I want to train. Let's give XP to Kaze so we can try to get to Poison Strike.
Leave it.
All right. Okay, so we lived through that. Very nice. So I think we can probably dump Felicia and try to get someone else as a pair up. Probably Rinka. We can always do. I think maybe we can do a Rinka Corrin pairing. I don't think it'll actually be that good, but we might as well pair off a unit that while we have them, right? So I think we can probably fight this guy over here who's moving in. How's the suffering been? I mean, last week we kind of hit a wall against this, but that was because we were on near the end of a stream. Actually, not really. It was like the entire second half of the stream. But I think this should be doable. Possibly. Maybe I think I could probably do more damage with the fire tome. Now that I think about it, but so be it. There we go. Any tips for building a generic army? It's not really anything complicated about it. I guess it depends on the game, though. Dance here. Same dance. Yeah, there's not really much advice that I can give aside from capture units that are good and use them. You probably will have to hack in resources though, just because you can't really gain enough resources through the My Castle to actually do anything with it, unless you use online features or you hack them in. But you probably already knew that. Wind pattern changes depending on difficulty. I mean, that kind of makes sense. It seems pretty easy to have like a difficulty toggle for that sort of thing. I think you could probably bait this guy. Oh, where the hell did this guy come from? Did he get? He got blown into my formation. I see. I think if I do it like this, we should be able to debuff him. Nope. Pair of attacks do debuff, I think. Get him? There we go. use a variety. I don't know. I think generics aren't actually very. Not all of them are very good. Like mages tend to not be very good. Generally speaking, the only ones you should really be getting are in conquest with skills, or birthright with high defense. And rev, you just don't get that many generics, so it's not actually super viable if you're playing normally. As in like not like, as in like just tackling story chapters. Most of the generics and capturables in paralog chapters are also kind of a little mediocre, because most of them don't have skills for the most part, and a lot of the others like kind of want to. They're not really worth training, but they're okay when they get auto leveled most of the time. That's the thing. What the fuck? How did they get blown over there? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Actually, wait, this does not work out for me. Yeah. That sucks. I think if I use the winds, I can get them away. I can probably get them back to their original starting position. It's the same tile movement, right? Okay, good. Okay, it's good that the winds reversed for me there. That's nice. Why am I not allocating more XP to Gunter for Savage Blow? I think he doesn't get Savage Blow next, does he? I think yeah. Actually, he is pretty close. That's a good point. I can give him more XP. All right. We got crit. That's fine. All of these guys are moving back to attack. So I think we try to do most of the damage with Corrin. Gotta watch out for Hayato's range. And we should be able to get it. Who am I marrying Felicia to? I don't know. Right now I'm focusing on the Hana friendship for Samurai. I don't have a pairing in mind yet. But we do have Savage Blow, that's very nice. That lets us deal a decent bit more damage. Which is more than 0. That's all we need. When Malignant gets trampled too, we'll need level 15 for that. We're not anywhere near close. So Gunter's level 5, and he's only at this point right now because of his unique internal level situation. So I think this is a Felicia situation. So if we transfer over a damage guy, I think. So Steel Dagger into Yato? I'm surprised she doesn't die from this, but at the same time, it's not quite enough, I feel. If I put a +5 speed, which is enough to double then, right? 13, 13. If I use the iron weapon, I can double. It's not as good. Oh well. I think we just attack. And that debuffs him, which lets us attack again. So we can attack and then... So we did 5 damage last time. He's down to 2 HP, so that's going to be 8 plus 1 from Weapon Triangle. So if we attack with Dragonstone... Okay, that makes things simpler. Great. Okay, that worked out. If we didn't get the Dragon Fang there, my plan was to dance for another hit from Felicia, which would have cinched it, I think. You recall that life or death was a clutch in regular zero strength, but it's kind of a liability here. Yeah, I'm not really super enthused about using life or death because here it's kind of more like the issue of life and death is that you take 10 more damage. But here that's translated effectively into uh 30 more damage, which is well enough to make pretty much any hit lethal, I think. Basic, so it's just not very, I don't think it's very viable. Granted, in most cases, you probably wouldn't be ever taking a hit anyway. So I think for some units like Mozu, it's probably still viable. But getting it online is quite tough because I remember you have to kind of dig through paralog chapters even to get enough XP by chapter 22, which is bad, I think. Right? If you have to ruffle through paralog chapters to get enough XP, then I don't really think it's something we can get very easily. Let's heal here and bait these guys. Okay, so we survived the first wind. And the next, like, everything is blown up, goes up in 5 turns, I think. We need to keep our eye, like, on, like, the emergency button, like, in the hopes that we can probably... Do we run here? Like, that's a possibility. We can either run or we can try to, like, hole up. I think we try to run. So we just run as far down into this area as possible in the hopes that we don't die. Pair up here, we pair up here. Corn goes here. Zero pairs up with Gunter, and we run away like this. Something like this. So they attack, and we take some damage. Oh, we don't. Well, do Hana Felicia friendship? Yep, that's the plan. Oh, we got... This is kind of a bad spot to be in. Ah, shit, these guys have so much health. Holy crap. So I think maybe what I do here is I can probably... Wait. This moves everyone 5 tiles down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think what I could do... I could probably just leave Corn here and have everyone else evacuate through the winds. We do have a Savage Blow, but it's not quite enough to actually do enough damage. Right? We're only doing 10 damage hit with Corn. Savage Blow is like 5. So we can't actually kill these guys. What we could do is we could... Winds here? So if we use the winds here, I'm trying to figure out how it will look when everything gets moved. So these guys get moved 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should probably move Felicia out of the way too. But we can probably shove all 3 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into these 3 tiles, and then we can plug up... That plugs up the hole with Corin. The problem then is this guy over here, who will be blown down into this area. So I think... Okay, so here's the plan. If I block the tiles, then he won't be able to move in. And he'll be stuck at the top. So this guy does 22 damage. Does anyone survive that aside from Corn? Corn, no one else can take damage. Okay. These guys do 21 damage, 24 damage. Spearman threatening the vein? Oh yeah, that's a good point. I should have tried to get rid of that. Actually, if I use the vein, he'll get blown away. So we should be fine on that end. The problem though is like if you use the vein, do you get moved too? That might be the case, I feel. Yeah, I mean it's either this or a reset, so we just gotta try it. Okay, so if you use the vein, you're not moved. Great. So we got... Oh, fuck. Okay, so this worked out. This did not work out. This, funnily enough, actually does work out, actually, now that I think about it. Because the way this works... They can't reorganize because they don't use pair-up mechanics. So if we're clever, we can maybe sneakily kill this guy. The problem being that this guy will probably just kill someone. 12 damage plus pair-up attack for 6 damage plus gunshot attack. If I kill the middle enemy, I could trap the archer. The archer's already trapped. The problem is the other guys. These guys are so fast. Speed. Yeah, Corrin can't move from his spot right now, which is bad. And no one else can do anything else because they'll die. I think one thing I could do, maybe, if I transfer away Kaze, I could debuff. Dragonstone? That's just not enough. So if I pair up Azura here, attack once. Oh, yo! That solves everything. Swish, dance, and move back down. Hell yeah. Clutch. Mega clutch. I mean, Corrin's Dragon Fang chance is pretty high. Oh, that's not good. Ninja showing up out of nowhere is never good. So 9 damage. 3 damage. No one can... I don't think anyone can attack without being killed here. Yeah, the reinforcements existing is pretty bad for me. I don't have any dragon veins nearby to bail me out. I could try to kill this guy and then surround. So actually, Felicia survives this guy in combat somehow. If I have Sakura nearby, I should be able to take the hit, and then that should be enough to deal chip damage to kill them. But because if I pair up attack with Corrin, that's quite a bit of damage. Felicia will get killed by the archer. Yeah, I think I could dance though. So I think let's move like this. Sakura moves down to heal. We get the defense buff. And the steel dagger will debuff strength, if I remember correctly. And since if it debuffs strength by -3, then that really gives a big opportunity to attack with other units. So for instance, if we attack with like Gunter, we can do pretty decent damage now. So if we transfer Gunter over and we attack with the we can use the hand axe actually. And we can lunge. So we move this guy around, and that Savage blows him. Perfect. And now we can... Probably should have saved Gunter for the shelter. I got over eager. Another thing we could do though is... So I think you can probably kill with Korin now. But things get complicated on this end then. We still have a dance. If we move a flying unit over here, we can plug up the gap. The problem is actually just killing this guy. If we had Tsubaki available, then we could have swapped, I think. We can't kill this guy. If we kill and then we dance, what can we do there? Dance with Felicia and kill with her? That could work, I think. Yeah, we could dance Felicia. Then we still need to kill this guy somehow, and I'm not sure how to do it exactly. So Felicia might not be able to kill, as the other thing. But actually, this guy's debuffed. He might not be able to kill many of my units anymore. He's only got 14 attack. But he can't kill Gunter. He can't kill Sakura. He can kill Azura though. Actually, no, he can't because of the defense debuff. I think this guy actually can't kill me this turn if I play my cards right. So if I surround him. Okay, so if we attack with Gunter, if we attack with Korin, that's enough damage. If we attack with Gunter, that's not enough damage. Can we get 3 damage from somewhere else? Such as a Tsubaki Javelin? 1 damage. Damn it. You think it would work to have the Korin kill the guy and then dance? No, it wouldn't, because then this guy will move out and then the archer will move in to kill Felicia. That would not work. It wasn't worth considering even. So Kazi can't do any damage. Pair of attack with Azura knocking out. Azura's not gonna do any damage. This guy only has 6 defense. Azura doesn't meet that threshold. Wait, maybe if I... If I transfer over Hana, I think I double. But I don't think I would have the shield gauge do anything with it, right? If I transfer, yeah, I get 3 shield gauge, which is not enough. Debuffing doesn't do anything more here. If we could try to I think I survived combat with this guy, right? Tsubaki survives combat. So what I could do is I could move... Let's just try to kill him. And then Tsubaki would just die though. If Felicia pair up into one of the guys, I think that works actually. That works. Yeah, that's yeah. I think that's what I wasn't seeing. If we just pair up, we don't need to kill the. We don't need to fight this turn to kill this guy, because then we just survive. Good point. Yeah, that should work. I think we just push for more damage here. But we should be fine now, I think. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Oh, he runs. He just fucking runs because I guess if he saw the kill, he would have gone for it. But we lived. Good. That's very good. Here's one strength back. It wouldn't be enough to actually kill anyone because of we also had defense auras. Anyway, we can hunt this guy down like a dog. The problem being then that so we need to either kill this guy in this turn and then run, or figure out a way to block. We can also just run. I think we have the luxury to do that this turn. Like move like this. We should be out of range. Maybe, not really. So I think for this guy, what I could do. So here's what I could do. I could move Corrin to block the ninja. Then I could move Gunter down, drop Hana, dance for Gunter, surround the archer, and then we should cover all of our bases there. So we go here, block the ninja. Make sure to stay outside of range here. I think this guy still won't go for like a kill on. Yeah, he doesn't see a kill. He doesn't know he crits. Yeah, he's gonna run until he gets healed, which is probably like all the way up here. So we put Corrin here. Gunter goes all the way down here and drops Hana. Azura dance for Gunter. Gunter surrounds the archer. And then the archer is now neutralized. For the time being. And we can just keep doing some chip damage until he we can just do some chip damage on the archer. This guy won't attack Azura. And should the combat, she should survive it. And if I dump Felicia here, we can get another action for next turn. So yes, that guy keeps running. Great, we got it, Whew. And just in time for the wins. I think we can probably we should pile on the damage here. Just get him, just try to kill him as fast as possible. I think probably should have moved I probably should have moved Sakura over a little, but that's probably fine. So I think on this end we can move Anna out of the way onto Felicia and have Felicia do some damage here. Well, not quite damage, but I guess we build supports. So when we get winded, I think I need some. This is a very dangerous tile, I think, for Sakura. So if we go over here, we should be fine. But I think if you're on this on the bottom tile, you get blown up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get blown all the way over here, and then you just die. And I think we just attack this guy here. There we go. I think we're fine now. I think that's I think I've kind of gotten used to how the winds move. Like, some tiles are just very deadly, like the ones in the lower left corner. Perfect. I got to chapter 5. I beat chapter 5 like 2 streams ago, I think. So I think... Perfect. So I think what I do here is I keep surrounding the archer, and I move Corn into a position against Ninja by using Dance. So I just surround the archer again. Another surround. Felicia moves in to attack. I guess weapon rank is nice. And then we just move back down to block the ninja. Yeah, ninjas are just like the bane of my existence in this playthrough. They're just so hard to deal with. But I think we got it. Because like they're just barely strong enough to one-shot all my guys. But they have enough res that Corn can't really kill them even in 2 hits. I need to be very vigilant about this entire area, because if I stay here, then like we get blown into the great beyond. We get isekai'd. So we need to kill this guy. He's proving difficult to kill, though. If I had a Kadachi... Actually, wait, I can pair up attack off of Gunter. Perfect. Is Shuriken Breaker going to be a focus for me? I think by the time we get Shuriken Breaker, it would already be irrelevant. But you do see a lot of ninjas in this round, so who knows? Things could change. I think I move over here. That way I got blown over to this area, which is fine. So I think... So there's a sword guy coming from this side, and 2 ranged guys coming from this side. So I think we press the attack on this end to stop them from reaching us as quickly as much as possible. Because if they get to us, then that's a problem. And used up one of the vulneraries. I'm assuming that's probably a drop. I think the vulnerary, that is. More reinforcements. Okay. So I think... Is there anyone that can survive combat against that guy? I don't think there... I think Tsubaki maybe could. So yeah, so maybe Tsubaki could survive combat if he equips the Iron Naginata. He equips the Iron Naginata and gets a Felicia and Sakura defense buff, and he also needs enough speed to not get doubled, which I think I can do by giving him a Kaze pair up. So here's what I do. I put... Yeah, so that should work. Iron Naginata, and that makes it so he doesn't get doubled. And we put Felicia and Tsubaki nearby. And then he has 15 defense, which he takes 18 damage. I think I move Corn downward. No, if I move down, then I'll get blown up here, which is bad. So I think I can go here. No, I shouldn't move to a tile where Corn doesn't get moved out of position. Because Corn getting moved out of position is like the killing blow for the most part. That's the main problem I've always had, I think. Is if Corn gets moved to opposition, then I'm just fucked. But if everyone else is not... If most other things I can handle, I think. But Corn being moved to opposition is like the one thing that is really troublesome for me. Is this map a nightmare in this run? I wouldn't call it a nightmare, but it's certainly very challenging. Do enemies block units moving? Enemies don't really block your units from moving here, I think. You can get blown through enemies. Oh, nice. Dragon Bang. That's pretty good. It's not good enough, though. So I think I need to keep blocking this guy. And I need to do it by continuing to... So I think I pair up with Hana here. So we can heal on Tsubaki. Then we need to move up Sakura to get another heal. And then we should be okay on this end. We can have Gunster attack for Savage Blow chip damage. I think I did the wrong pair up there. We should be fine though. I think we're not in that big of a hurry. The right side should continue to be blocked. Tsubaki should survive continued combat here. The archer runs. The fact these guys are retreating is actually really bad because they come back healed and I need to deal with them again. That's so frustrating. Oh man. So we dance there. Heal here. Heal here. Attack with a Felicia pair up. And that Savage blows him. Whew.
Yes.
Do enemies block units move because of wind? They do not. So your units can be blown through enemies, which is bad. Well, maybe I can get him. I can probably get this guy, I think. If I, yeah, if I do a pair up attack, I can get him. Or I can just kill him. Nice, we got him. They quaffed one of the 2 droppable vulneraries. Yeah, they're stealing my healing items. I think if they run out of vulneraries, then the heal AI will make them run all the... Yeah, that one guy ran... I think one of them might have run all the way to the healer, like all the way over here. Actually, no, he didn't. That one's just moving towards me. They're heal grinding off of me. So I think I dance and to kill this guy. This doesn't leave me in a very good spot with the Azura movement. But I think we should be okay if I put Gunshire adjacent. Right? The idea being that if Azura gets moved, actually I could shelter Azura so I can have flying movement to reposition her next turn, which is good. So if I move down here like this, we should be fine-ish. Corn will get blown up, but that's fine because I can reposition. Oh fuck. That's way too far up. How the hell did I get blown all the way up here? I was like on this tile, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? What the fuck? I think we should be fine though, but yeah, if we run this way, we can... The ninja is a problem though. I think Azura is tanky enough to survive a hit. Is it because of stairs or something? I have no idea. This is just bullshit. I think we just attack here and then we try to get our way. We try to get back. We could tank this guy, I think, with the similar setup to one that we just did. Yeah, Tsubaki can tank this guy. Could Dragon mean help? I don't have access to one nearby. Okay, he moved out of the way. Oh, he moved out of the way because I hit him, and now that changed him into healing AI. This is so stupid. Ah, fucking hell. Why'd I do that? I'm gonna get blown into the next platform again. The platform 9 3/4. I need to kill this guy, but I just don't have the damage anywhere. I think I just heal here. I'm also running out of healing. So Korn gets blown away again, and this is really bad. What can you do? Will live, because I think... Oh! Yo! The archer moving in blocked him from moving. Nice. Because this is the only tile Korn can be blown to. So the archer moving to this spot prevented me from... blocked me from being blown away. That's actually amazing. That's huge. That means we can kill this guy. Nice. We even got the crit, so we didn't need to... We didn't need to do anything complicated. Great, we got it. So now I think we should retreat, and we should. Sakura needs another healing staff. I think we have to retreat here just to get our bearings. I think the best way to handle things is just to turtle up and recalculate where the wind takes score. And yeah, like the enemies don't block you from moving, but if they occupy the spot where you would move, then they can block. But like you can move through them, but you aren't like blocked. The block will happen if they occupy the exact tile where you will move, and there's no other valid tiles for you to move. It kind of like moves you up like 5 tiles, and then like if there's a gap, it moves you further, I think. So for some reason, sometimes it can just blow you unexpectedly far. Like I think when Korra was here, he got blown all the way up to here, which doesn't make much sense to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess actually it counts gaps as 0, maybe. Possibly. Sometimes. I don't really know how it works. It's really confusing to me. I think I just wait for the enemies to come to me. That's the best way to do it. So have a minimum of 5 walkable tiles, basically, I think, but just more that some areas like are just deadly. Like this entire area blows you up into this area, for instance, because there's not 5 tiles here that can catch your fall, right? So you get blown up to this farther tile over here. All right, so I think let's move up Corn. I think we can tank a hit here and get some, not free damage, but just some damage in. Then let's see where things take us next turn. Let's pile up some units for defense, and then we see how it goes. This guy hits me for no damage. Very nice. What a pleasant sound to hear. This is version head reinforcements. We saw a few of them, like over here, but I think that's. I don't think there's many more. I think that's probably all the reinforcements we had to deal with. So I think we fight against the winds by running away. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we gotta move all the way down. This has 5 move, right? So I think if we run like this. Okay, so we can't. We don't have enough space to move everyone, but if we do like this, we should be fine. Nice, we got more damage, and I think Corn should get blown up to the limit there, and we're good. Wait, FE Fates chapter. Are there reinforcements on this map? I really should read these things more in advance. Reinforcements, so okay, they mostly spawn near Fuga. But on turn 15, there's 3 ninjas. We're on turn 31. So we're fine. I think the reinforcements are the ones that are attacking us right now, actually. So I think I can probably get this guy. I think I attack with fire, and that Savage blows him down into lethal range. And that's a killed Kaze, I guess. Perfect. Now I think we just back up against this guy. No need to make flashy plays and overextend. Yeah, Gunter is quite clutch here. This is bad though. I think maybe the play is to retreat over here. But if we do that, then things get more complicated later. I think we just retreat. Like this. Horn goes here. Sakura goes on somebody. And we just retreat like this. One, two, three, four, 5. So if we move like to this tile. Wait, I need to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So this is a safe tile. So if you move like this, Sakura should be safe. And I think let's move like this. This could be bad, but I think we're fine. Oh fuck, that's a lot of damage. Okay, okay, so we can move in and surround the archer. That's good. We can surround the archer, and that's the important thing. But the ninja, it's gonna be hard to deal with. Ninjas, I hate ninjas, man. We could also maybe just try to surround the ninja too. If we can survive combat against the ninja once. So I think I could attack here. Dance. No. If I dance in these positions, Azura's gonna get hit. I can savage with the archer twice. Positioning is a bit awkward right now. So not really. But Savage Blow does get me there, I think. If I attack Savage Blow, that's 5 damage. Dance, attack Savage Blow, that's another 5 damage. And Corn attack is lethal. Then we can surround the ninja. Or I could pair up Azura with someone, and then Savage Blow attack here twice, doing 10 damage. And then I think I can probably just kill the ninja with a regular attack. That might be the play. So if I pair, I think Kaze is the least worthwhile unit here. No, it's definitely Hana. So Gunter moves in here. So this Savage Blow is gonna do 5 damage to this guy. So if we do it twice, it's gonna be 10 damage. So we can attack here once. If we dance, then we need to get rid of. Actually, I think this ninja. Yeah, wait. This ninja does kill in one hit. Yeah, we might be in a sticky situation again. He's like, this guy needs to go. Attack like this. Good dance. This is tricky again. I hate it when this happens. And defense ninja is crazy. Yeah. So it's quite unfortunate how much HP these guys have. We can kill this guy, but at what cost? Okay, so if I move Sakura in, Felicia can attack this guy safely. And that should debuff him by 4 defense. So I think here's what I could do. We surround this guy, the archer, by having Sakura move in. We transfer cord onto somebody else to attack the ninja, then we dance to kill the ninja. That way the archer is surrounded, and it shouldn't be a problem. And we live. So ninja has 17 attack. Korn has more than enough defense to survive no matter what. So I think here we switch, we transfer Korn onto Tsubaki. We switch attack here. Oh, actually, we don't even need that. We attack here. Azura dances. Kills a ninja. Korn kills a ninja. Then we move to block. Nice, we got it. We got it. Whew. Imagine that miss. That was like a 98 hit. And then like an 88 hit. There's no way, right? We got him, yeah. Worst part is there's still like 15 more enemies on the map, which is crazy. Like we've been spending like we've been locked in an endless battle against like a dozen guys. This is insane. Alright, we got this match. I think that those are all the aggressive enemies. Once all the aggressive enemies are done, then the rest of the map should be not as bad. Whew. Yeah, we got it. All the enemies are now non-aggressive. It only took 3,000 years before he gets killed by the wind. I think I'm knowledgeable enough about how the winds work now. That shouldn't be an issue, hopefully. Save state? I'll do it after I get all my housekeeping done, like all the healing and stuff. Alright. Yeah, let's make a save state here. I don't want to get punked after all this work. Chapter 10 of snow? That should be a nice and relaxing chapter. Everyone loves shoveling snow. No one has ever died shoveling snow. Actually, there's a tragic number of people that have in fact died shoveling snow because it's a strenuous activity. There's ice. It's something you wouldn't expect, but it does happen. That's a very relaxing Fugo's Wild ride going. It's going swimmingly. I've only had like 5 near-death situations so far, but we've managed to get through all of them. You can die doing anything, really? Is there any activity that's impossible to die during? Surely not, right? Because like you can always get like struck by lightning or something. But I guess that wouldn't be like dying doing that thing. That would be dying being struck by lightning. You can always have a heart attack randomly. Not necessarily. I guess there's some situations where something else would always kill you before a heart attack would. You can't always have a heart attack. Heart attacks, like something else could skip the line and get you before you actually finish having the heart attack. Right? Like imagine like if you're having a heart attack and you get shot while you're having a heart attack, is it cause of death heart attack or being shot? Like how does that work? Like if someone gets killed by like 2 things, what are they written as being killed by? And the other question, the follow-up question is, what's the record for most number of things killing you at the same time? Like, is there a guy that was like struck by lightning like while simultaneously being poisoned, while simultaneously being stabbed? I guess there was Rasputin, I guess, but like those things, like in those cases, the causes were more like one after the other after others didn't work, right? If you shot someone while they're falling off a building, you still murdered them. But like, does the jury like say like it was like a sick shot or something? Do you at least get that? Like, damn, bro, radical. I think we move this way. So this is gonna be a bit tricky because we're gonna get blown into the ninja. You get a year less for a cool shot. So I think what I do here is... This is really bad because Ninja is trouble. And the winds are even more trouble. But what I could do is I could shuffle out of the way. The wind should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wind should blow them up this way. 5 tiles up. So if I move out of the way, then what should happen is I should be able to blow them up and then shuffle someone else into the way. So if I Dragon Vein here, can block with Tsubaki, perfect. And then we have time to reorganize and move everyone back in. Being separated from a 0 is pretty bad, but we lived. The winds are still going. Oh, God. But it's fine. I guess, if nothing else, we get heal XP on Sakura and heal XP on other units. Do I go Lance Fighter for Steel Defense? I think that could have been a better choice than what I ended up doing, which is Knight. Because it's not really doing much for me. Alright. Let's keep going. Let's take it slow. You think the map will be possible and things got blown by the wind too? I feel like things will become super dangerous a lot of the time. Because enemies could be blown like you could suddenly be like instantly jumped by like 17 wind tribe paratroopers, right? That would not be very fun. I feel like things would I mean a mechanic that like randomly shuffles enemies into your formation would just be extremely lethal no matter what. What's Knight level up skill? Natural cover? Yeah, natural cover and defense +2. We gotta move out of the way here. One of the bad things about this map is just like how like randomly lethal it is as a result of the wind blowing. Like if I'm pretty sure if I stay on this tile, I think I get blown into this archer here. Which actually Korn can handle that. So let's try it. You're expecting Wyvern? Yeah, I think Wyvern for more Savage Bull users could have been an option. I'm trying to move to not get hit by the wind. I feel like promoting Sakura into a flyer probably could have been pretty good here. Just for more flyers. Oh, fuck. That's bad. I think I'll still live, but that's still bad. 2 damage on this guy, 1 damage on this guy. There's no debuffers nearby. We should be okay. The archer, though, is a problem. So we should probably just... I think if I go here, the next turn I will get blown back down. Yeah, we're fine. Still not ideal, but we're fine. Now we're fighting against the wind. We're trying to get back up, but the wind keeps blowing us back now. Man. Revice could be huge. Revice is useless. Same as Aegis. No one is ever... It's like worst miracle, I guess. That's one way to put it, I think. So we should get blown up to that platform up there. So I think we have enough space to bait the ninja, I think. We might have a good setup to kill him next turn. Alright, here goes nothing. Ninja attacks? And then we can probably get him. I hope the wind doesn't, like, blow unfavorably, but that could happen. Fuck. Gotta run. I can't. I gotta run. I hate this shit, man. I hate this map. I hate this map. I hate this map. There's just like no time to get anything set up because no matter what, you're just gonna get blown by the winds. I fear this could be a reset. I mean, well, not a reset, but back to the save state. So we could probably get, I think actually we should be okay, because if the enemies aren't aggressive, we can just run away from their range. Yeah, this actually is fine. Because we have enough attacks, I think, to kill the ninja. And we don't actually have to face attacks from anyone here this turn. So we're actually fine. So 9 damage and 9 damage. I think if Felicia attacks with a Corrin pair up, we actually survive it. So we should start with that. Oh, nice, a crit. Then Corrin moves in, and then we can finish with someone else. Maybe, I think ideally Kaze. Perfect. We're getting closer to level 10. Still not, honestly, not really that close, but it's coming. Corrin landed a ton of low percent crits. I think Corrin has what, like 17% accurate chance of Dragon Fang. I think we're probably on rate just because the amount of attacks we do is a lot more than we normally would do, right? Normally you don't see that many crits from like Corrin or other characters, mainly because they don't actually they don't attack that often. But here we're like attacking like maybe 3 or 4 times as many, like 5. I feel like Corrin attacks is attacking has to launch like 4 or 5 times as many attacks as he normally would to do the same amount of damage. Ring deals +4 strength. We're using Dragonstone, so strength doesn't actually apply here. Also, strength doesn't affect your critical chance or your skill activation chance. Oh fuck! Wait, no. Oh, this is bad. I think I transfer something here. Actually, no. We're being blown down, so that's fine. I thought for a second that we were going to be blown up, which would result in my death. Does Korra need a defense from Rinka? It helps. So I think we use the winds to move back up here. Just to save some time. And then I think we go for the archer. Yeah, I think if we go for the archer like this, we should be fine. Get blown back down here, I think. Then we can just move around. The archer is also uniquely handleable because we can just surround him. Perfect. Okay. Ah, god damn it. Every single time I think I'm safe, this happens. I think this should be fine though, because the wind should only blow us up to this platform, which shouldn't be a big deal. So I think I put my one over here. I think... oh fuck, wait. Oh no, I'm getting blown all the way back, all the way up, aren't I? Shit, I miscounted. If I use the winds like this, I think I can blow these guys all the way up and then these guys down. Trap the archer. I think I need to think a little bit more because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I blow these guys down, let's pair up here. So if I use the winds here, I get the archers. I get these guys off my back. These guys can eventually kill me, which is bad. But I could trap the archer, yeah. The problem is like what do I do after that? Korrin's like on. Oh, actually, Korrin has healing items, right? I could just heal with Korrin, and we can probably make it out. Yeah, I could just spam healing items with Korrin. And then I just beat the crap out of this guy, I think. Steel dagger. Fire tome? Or savage blow? We surround, and then we have, I think we leave Azura on Tsubaki. Because if we... this tile is not safe to, like, move on, stay on. But she'll be fine if we are a, flying unit. Shield gauge is pretty good here. So I think we should be okay now. Even though it looks bad, we should be fine. Because we can We can do additional damage here. So Corn can kill one of these guys. Probably this guy, because and then I should be able to survive the rest of the damage. It's only 6 damage from each. 3 and 3 from this guy, 6 from this guy. Did I manage to get rally defense on Gunter? Nope. I was never going for it. So we get this guy. We keep Savage blowing him. We surround here again. The wind blows up back down. Oh, they retreat. Use of healing AI, of course. Yeah, I wasn't going for rally defense. I went for malignite for the purposes of getting Savage Blow, which I just got. I think I could get rally defense if I tried like right now. If I reclass again. But I'm not sure that's a good idea. Because having the tome is actually really good. Having tome usage is pretty good for us. I think I can probably, if I move properly, I think I can get that Oni Savage. Dance here. I can probably get him. Not quite. But still worth doing. Alright, I think half our units get blown down. All right. Next plan is so I think they're just using up this guy's Sunfest though, right? Unless there's another healing item I'm unaware of. Ideally, we try to hunt them down before that can happen. Let's move everyone up so the wind blows everyone back up. I don't think intercepting these guys would be very useful. But maybe that could work. We could like send a hit squad to kill, just try to safely kill these guys before they can get healed. If we use our flying units, we should be okay. Right? I think I can probably get the Oni Savage. Yeah, I can snipe the Oni Savage like this. And this guy can't do anything about it. And yeah, nice. Oh, I can also move in with Koran to snipe this guy. We should be out of range of all the other enemies. Perfect. We saved ourselves a lot. I think a decent amount of trouble by doing that. I think we can also blow ourselves up into this middle platform by moving like this. So we should get all 4 units in this area now. Perfect. Once we get to the top of the platform, we won't have to worry about the winds like ruining us. Nice. Very good. So, I think now we can probably just deal with this guy, this Iron Club guy. Let's move up some people nearby. Pair up here. Move like this so we don't get hit by the winds. And then we can just kill my next turn, I think. Nice. So we just crit. I think we just hit him with Gunter and then Korn, and then we finish off with anyone. Probably, ideally, Kaze. Hit him? Oh, we killed him on accident. That's fine too. Alright. I think you can probably have everyone get blown up to the top platform. That should work. We've handled most of the map already, so I feel like we shouldn't have that much issue. Are we going to bother to get the chests? I think at this point we might as well, right? Because if we're not rushing the boss, we should just get the treasure because the amount of extra effort is relatively minimal. There's not really much risk at this point. It's just a matter of not messing up, I think. Ideally, we also try to push like Felicia Hana support, for instance. Like, if we're gonna get some of the treasure, we might as well get all of it. That's the thing. There's really nothing stopping us from doing that at this point. Alright, I think we have Kazi attack. And then dance for another Kazi attack. I think move people up so we don't get blown down into a diviner range. Okay, I think we need to be a little careful about how to deal with the samurai and the diviner here. Not too careful, just a little careful. I think, yeah, this should be handleable. We just go over here. We're outside of the range of the diviner. Go inside of the range of the samurai. That way we can heal and just deal with it, I guess. Perfect. Alright, I think we can probably feed another kill to Kaze, which is going to be good. Let's pair up here. No, we didn't. I don't think you can beat the kill now. Unless I think here's what I can do. I can move. I could drop Azura here. Gunter shelters. Transfer, switch, dance. Nice. Now we kill. Nice.
Remain.
One more guy, and then we're done. Well, not done, but one more guy, and then we're out of danger. I think. This guy's 20 attack. I think Felicia can handle that, right? Yeah. We should probably try to push the Felicia Hana support a bit more. I feel like she's already like given all the points to Corrin. I saved Kagero for the poison, or Keaton, or Wolfskin. That could be an option. It's frankly not as good as just getting like another poison striker, I guess. I mean another Savage Blow user. Grizzly Wound isn't as good as Savage Blow, but it's an option. The main issue is just like a matter of space and time spent to build the support. I'm still not sure if I want to spend my paralog chapters doing it. I don't know if I want to do it in skirmish maps. It's an option, I guess, just from the number of supports that we need to build. Alright, let's get some treasure. 10,000 gold, very nice. Can Kagero wife Keaton? Yeah, I think so, right? You can do pretty much like for most characters, unless they're like core unlocked, they can marry pretty much anyone, right? The main thing that's restricted is like friendships, I guess. No, Rev to Conquest pairings are really limited. Really? Huh. Only select pairs from the opposite route. I see. I mean, the other pairings are probably like Saizo Baruka and Kaze Camilla. Duo Katana, very nice. And now let's figure out how to deal with the last few guys. Kagero does not get Keaton. Who can Kagero marry? I'm trying to check right now. Kagero against Arthur and Odin. Okay. Kaze Camilla was a pretty good pairing last time. And he plus Keaton with one of the male ninjas. That's a lot of work. And then I also have to use Keaton for like 6 maps. That's kind of... I feel like that's not worth the trouble. Friendships are like such a pain in the ass to get. I guess like I could try going for them in skirmishes, but I'm not. I don't really know if I want to do that. Like I feel like if it warrants it, I could try that. I guess. Keaton is a good backpack. I don't think good backpack is like sufficient to use a character in this run. Even like a unit with a backpack barely does anything. Unless they have like damage skills. Am I allowing skirmish grinding? I haven't done any yet. And I feel like I'll only do it if I feel like I've hit a wall. I don't think I've hit that wall yet though. This guy's gonna be rough to fight. But I think it should be okay. Korin should be able to wall off against these guys. Keaton can't friendship anyone relevant. Yeah, I guess like cross route friendships are also pretty limited. Where did Rinka go? Okay, so let's move Rinka in. Here. All right. Okay, let's do it like this. Corn goes here. We move Sakura here and Felicia here. Nice. I think we get hit for a lot of damage by the lance guy though. Oh, never mind, it's only 3. Interesting. Oh yeah, I guess it's because of we have both auras in place. Oh fuck, the healer being there is really bad. The healer being there is really bad. I think what I could do is I could attack here and then do attack, pair up from the sides with my flying units, and that might be enough. Alright? I think that could be enough. So 5 plus 5 from Gunter, 10 from Korin, and then another 5 from Tsubaki. Is that? I don't think that's enough. That's, yeah. And then we can dance to attack, but then we need to survive a ninja attack, which I don't think Azura can do yet. Is there a chest enough, right? Yeah, but I want to deal with all the enemies here first, because going for this chest gives me a big chance of being blown into Fuga's area, which is bad for my health. Isn't Savage Blow enough? Nope. It's only 5 extra damage. And then Tsubaki attack is only 5 extra damage, so that's 20 damage, right? 25 damage, and we don't have like a debuff or anything. I think what we could do, yeah, we could debuff first, and then dance get out of the way. Can we just attack? And I think we just sit here. I think we've done enough damage that shit. The winds are gonna get me. I think we should be fine though. That's yeah, it's Sunfest though, right? That's a lot of healing. Does Dragon Fang work? Yes, it does. Dragon Fang scales based on your attack stat, so it doesn't really. So it's the damage after all the calculations. If there are winds this turn, then we can get back into position, which is perfect. No, it's not. I think we just gotta retreat here. Yeah, we gotta run. We can let Cord and Felicia get blown back into position. That works out nicely. Yeah, they can't move. The pillars stop these guys from pursuing us. So I think they should just retreat. Yeah, this guy's burning our Sunfest though. That's bad. I think we have to retreat further back. Oh wait, I think this is actually enough to lethal this guy. But Azura is not in range to actually move into dance. What if we let this guy move in one more tile? Oh wait, what if I use the winds right now just to separate these guys? That could work. I think that's the ticket. I use the winds to separate the healer and the ninja from the other guy. That way, Korra can just kill this guy. No frills attached. And the healer is separated. They'll try to pursue us, but we have time to run away from them. Why is Gunter a Malignite? Because it's a good class with Savage Blow and other nice skills. It's been a great help so far in this map specifically. And we get him. Nice. Oh, these guys aren't aggressive. Okay. It's good to know. I think their AI is set to like don't move unless enemies in range. They don't even move back to their original positions. Yeah, I think the early Gunter play was definitely smart. Because Gunter gets to the relevant skills pretty fast in Rev. If you put especially compared to the amount of effort you need for the other characters. I think we go to fight these guys next turn. Ah, fuck. Corrin needs to take the long way around again. I hate this map so much. Alright. Another option we have is just keep using the winds to bully these guys further and further away, so you don't have to deal with them. But I do want that Sunfest though. The problem is that yeah, let's bait these guys this turn. We'll get blown upwards, but that's fine. Be nice if the wind stopped at some point. Yeah, that would be nice, but I don't think you're allowed to have nice things in Revelation. That will be unfitting. Let's keep retreating. I think I messed up. I moved too far away. Now he's not going to follow. Can you bait the ninja far enough away? Yeah, these guys just move, and they're otherwise they move if you're in range to attack, but they're otherwise stationary. I think if I can also just jump him next turn. That also works. I use the winds to have everyone move into range, and then I just kill him. That should be enough damage, yeah. Like I think Felicia survives an attack, so I can even debuff. So yeah, we attack with Corrin, then we debuff with Felicia, courtesy of our personal skill. Nice. Gunter can attack? Nope, Gunter cannot attack. We dance Corrin. We move here and we get the kill. Nice. Whew. 1 XP. And then while we're here, let's throw Shuriken at the innocent civilian. Last chance is just the physics staff. Well, I mean, it's free. Alright. I think Kazi is nearly at level 10, so let's just prioritize getting him to level 10. Alright. Alright, we're gonna get there. There you go. And we have the physics staff. So now it's only Fuga and an archer to deal with. Ideally, we also try to keep pushing our supports. I think we can do that by surrounding the archer and attacking like 15 times. Right? Something like that. The problem with doing grinds like this is that the winds are going to keep blowing us around. Like that. Which is a tremendous pain in the ass. Actually, wait. Fuga doesn't have a ranged weapon, so we can just keep attacking Fuga. That works too. And I think just to maximize Felicia's support with Hana, I'm going to have her do like 15 to 20 to 30 combats to try to overwrite any Corrin points that probably have been introduced, because Corrin has been doing a lot of combat with Felicia. He doesn't have 2 range left, right? So we're fine. Alright. Let's lure that archer. Oh, wow. Keep forgetting that archers do kind of crazy damage. Alright, let's back up a little. And we got him. So we can surround, I think. So let's attack. Let's attack. And let's go for the surround. And I think ideally you can maybe try to get the kill with Corrin now. Move in, dance. Get the parap attack. What's the goal for Felicia Hana friendship?
Oh.
Felicia goes into samurai and then just gets a lot of damage with the 11 sword.
Remain calm.
And we got poison strike. Very good. That's just what the doctor ordered. Anyway, while we're here, it's time to grind. What a pain in the ass. They keep blowing my units all over the place. Ah. I mean, even though Fuga's seal strength is kind of brutal, we should be able to just get him with constant with savage blows and poison strikes if we really need to. Let's see this for maybe like 5 or 6 more turns, just to be sure. One. Two. Three. Won't Zero have give support? Zero doesn't have support with Felicia. You know, Felicia does not support Zero, so it doesn't work. It doesn't actually it doesn't take away support points. guess that is a little weird because I think Jacob does support Azura, right? I'm pretty sure they do. Alright, I think we can go for the kill now. So, how should we do it? I guess we just poison strike constantly until he dies. Poison strike, very nice. Yeah, I think having 2 poison strikers makes this work. So we attack with a corn pair up. Nice, more defense. I'll take it. Attack with a Kaze pair up. Attack with Felicia, I guess. One more debuff. Then who gets the kill? I don't think anyone here actually needs the XP anymore. So I think we just give it to anyone. Maybe Kaze. Overrank dual strikes into Rinka might be good. Nah, training Rinka is not worth my trouble. It's not worth my time. It really isn't. Training Guncher though. I think I would just be happy whenever if I get the kill at all, because it doesn't look like the odds of this are actually very good anyway. The dual strikes is the only safe way to do this. There we go, we got him. Excited to shovel snow? Oh boy, I can't wait. That only took 2 hours. 2 hours of 2.5 hours of like concerted gameplay. What the fuck, man? All right, let's see. Only 124 turns.
Think. Huh? Yes. Oh, listen well.
Yeah. Truly.
Right. Okay. What's next?
Excuse me?
Milk. Okay, we're not getting the good My Castle weapons. Shame. All right, so we have some more characters now. Oh, that's a support. We don't want that. Is there a way to like disable this? I don't want to push this as support. But whatever. I don't think I'm actually marrying Felicia anyone actually at this point. What, My Castle weapon will be awesome right now? I don't. Vote of Candle would be nice, but for the miracle chance for memes. But I don't think any of the early, a lot of the early like My Castle weapons aren't super special. Maybe like a Raider weapon could be good. Will Kana be viable for once? Kana's never good, I feel. She's never fast. He or she, either of the Kanas, they're the same. I've never been able to get them to work, I feel. All right. So I think let's go eat a defense meal, I guess. I think this map should be relatively simple as long as we're careful. Nice. You make kind of work. It took investment and lowering the difficulty to hard. So in other words, you didn't get her to work, and you took an easy way out to making her work.
See you.
I mean, if you're lowering the difficulty, that's like the one thing that doesn't really count. I feel right. Which how is worth? I don't really think any of them are that good. Here, I think Midori would be worth. Maybe Asugi. If we can get the supports working. Sophie? you don't get Silas for a long time in this route. Midori is pretty easy to get a lot of the time. Her map is really easy to get XP on. Also, you get a dragon herb. All right, we're not reading the cutscene though. Oh boy, the low deployment map. So we're definitely bringing Hana for Felicia supports. I think we also have to bring Sakura because that's one of our only ways. This is our damage reduction stacking, and we have to bring Gunter for the extra damage. So we can't really train anyone, right? Ideally, we also bring Kaze. I think another thing we should do is we should probably. Oh, we have an Ox Spirit now. That's like a Thunder Tome, right? We can train Gunter's Tome rank. Hytale's not very. He's got 2 magic. What the fuck? He has 0. Right. All right. All right. This is 0 strength. This is 0 strength. Is a 0 necessary? I feel like she is. Yeah, I thought he was just like really bad for a second, but it turns out it's a problem of my own construction. I mean, Kaze can't build his supports here, so we might as well build the supports that we can, which is just Felicia Hana right now. I guess maybe we could bring Rinka for a pair up. Yeah, I think Rinka instead of Sakura will be a better pair up for Korin, just for more defense. But if we're doing that, I mean, we can't really train characters that much on this map anyway, I feel. Right, training in Rev is actually surprisingly hard because you don't get that many slots, and also the enemies just aren't very high level a lot of the time. So I think we like even if we bring Kaze, we're not training him very much. He's gonna get like maybe like 2 levels tops. So I think we just go with this setup for the maximum defense setup. When we bring up and we have Gunter for extra damage. I think that should work.
Oh my.
I mean, we get like 1 million stat boosters here, so that's nice, I guess. Like, we have to bring a Zero just because if we don't like do that, then breaking the snow is gonna suck. All right. Ah, fuck. There's no choke point. Oh, this is bad. You might need to bring Kaze. Oh shit, I might be able to kill this guy. Nope. No. It's not enough. Okay. Yeah. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I think we need to... Let's drop Rinka, bring Kaze. Rinka's not gonna help us here. We need more damage.
Oh my.
Give Kana a Kadachi for breaking snow. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I think... I'm trying to think about how best to do this. So the first Cavalier is on this tile. So I think I leave Corn here, and then we can immediately pair up attack multiple times. And even kill the boss. I think Felicia should be able to handle it. 27 damage. Yeah, if I stack defense onto Felicia, she should be okay. I think the avoid should be enough to make it work. Plus, Felicia can get Tomebreaker pretty soon. If I kill enough enemies with her. Maybe that should be a goal. So I've attacked with Felicia here. Oh, nice. Maybe I should just train Felicia to level 15 here. That could work. That could be a worthwhile use of my time. And Nose Vulture crit? Can't. Oh yeah, since Nose Vulture can't crit, it's really not that scary now that I think about it. It can't crit, the accuracy is pretty low, and I have weapon triangle advantage. So all in all, it shouldn't be that bad, I think. The issue is, I don't know where any of the enemies are. Voice of a god. Okay, wait. Yeah, I have a map now. I have a map. The wiki map shows everything I need. All right. So the next enemy should be 2 tiles in. So to unearth, I'm gonna hit this thing here first. Oh, I messed up. I think we're still okay though. So I think we attack with Kaze. Or a Savage Blow. We attack with Korin for increased damage. We attack like this, and then we can get the kill with whoever we want, which is Felicia. Felicia do damage though. Oh, she can! She can actually do 1 damage. She can't do any damage without the pair up. Shit. So we transfer here so we can get the kill like that. I guess now that core, actually wait, now that core and Felicia support is maxed, I think all the support points should go to Hana, right? Is that how it works, or can you waste support points? I'm pretty sure like they don't overflow once you're at max, right? I don't actually know. Like, can you waste support points on a maxed support? You don't know? Yeah, it's. I don't feel like this comes up very often. You think you can waste them, but you're not sure? Okay, if you don't know, then I guess just say it, I guess. But I messed up again. So I think, actually we're fine. We can lunge this guy. Pretty sure waste support. Oh, that sucks. And we can execute this guy, I think. Gunter kill. Your support points get split. The way that it works is that based on your actions, you get like assigned a rank on that map. And like the most support points on that map gets 3 like actual support points. And then the next one gets 2, the next one gets 1. That's how it works in Fates. But the priority depends like on how many actions you do with the associated characters. So I feel like this is not the full map. The map I'm reading, I feel like is not actually telling me all the stuff I need to know. Actually, wait, there might be, yeah. All right, let's just take it slow. I think we should have more than enough to overwhelm like individual enemies. Oh no, I'm just reading the map wrong. I see. I think I know where the enemies are at now. Yeah, I was like shifted over a few tiles. Am I winning? I'm fighting for my life, man. I'm fighting for my goddamn life. This guy's a javelin. So I think I lunged this guy closer. I think I might have messed up. Oh no, we're good. Ugh. Scary as hell. I think maybe Felicia does damage with her dagger. Nice. Got an elixir. How useless. So I think there's one more guy down here. So if we hit this one, we should unveil a single tile. Right? Like when you unveil like a 3x3 area, I think. It's like a 3x3 area surrounded by the tile that you unlock. That's bad. Wait a second. There's one guy here, and one guy here. So I think we need to unlock this guy over here first, which can be done by hitting this tile, this far tile over here. I think if I dig up here, I can probably, yeah. Let's just try digging up first. Dig up this way. There's a building there. Okay, and then there's one more enemy over here, and we can get that guy first. Actually, we can do it like this, and he'll hit us, and then we can finally get some support grinding in, I guess, which is nice. I guess even if we're wasting support points, we still get 2 points, I guess. It's kind of unfortunate that Felicia is so dependent on Corrin for extra damage. So I guess we might as well just go for the S support there, honestly. Just because I think getting another support will just take so much more time. Yeah, we might as well just do it for the extra bonus, right? You don't know what Samurai Felicia really achieves. The same thing as Samurai Jacob, which is just a shit ton of damage. 11 sword does a lot. You should be able to kill Dory. Getting... For one, I don't really think... So kill Dory is Prodigy. She has +4 damage if either her foe's strength or magic is greater than both of user's strength and magic. Hey! That's a good point. So if they're stronger than you, then you do more damage. That's always active. But the problem here is that then we need to actually use Sabaki, which, and honestly, wait, Kildori also has Samurai as a reclass option by default. That's actually, that might be pretty good. Samurai with Darting Blow, Swordmaster. That's not unthinkable. I feel like Tsubaki's pretty okay as a tank right now, but he'll soon fall off in usefulness as other units become stronger. That's the thing, right? Once we get better units, like Ryoma, for instance. I think we can... There's one enemy over the wall here. Yeah, nice. And there's Draco Shield. Oh, the Draco Shield is so clutch. That's gonna be so good for Corrin. Yeah, actually, we can actually grind. We can grind support points here. We need to turn off auto crystal though. Perfect. Let's do this for like 30 combats, just to make sure we get the maximum support points we need. Kildori could be good, but the problem is just that getting a child unit is pretty tough. We had to beat the map and also spend like 5 to 6 maps grinding supports. The lead up is quite a lot. She also comes with a sword catcher. I feel like at that point we get our own sword catchers by that point in Rev anyway, because we can just get the Birthright Armory. All right, that's probably enough. So in that case, let's get some damage with Gunter. And I think we try to. I think we can't get ranked from that guy anymore, but that's fine. But what we can do is we can feed the kill to Sakura, to Felicia. And then we can use the Draco Shield on Gunter, I guess. I mean on Corrin. Perfect. Fates would be a better game without reclassing being locked behind the shipping minigame. I disagree. The fact that it's like such a pain in the ass to get it to work in a normal playthrough is like kind of key to making it work, because it requires investment. Then like requiring the investment, I think, is pretty important to making it actually matter. So I think, alright. Because otherwise you can just then all the options are just free. But I guess it is like, I feel like the selection is already kind of limited enough that it wouldn't hurt to make it a bit easier to do, but I think it's fine. I think the restrictions do make it a little better. Like, they're not like needed necessarily, but they don't make it worse. I think we just have Gunter do some stuff here. The energy drop sadly does not do anything this run, so even getting it, it just 1,000 gold. Perfect. Or Felicia XP. Yeah, I don't think Felicia's getting to level 15 on this map. The enemies aren't high level enough for that to work. So there's still 2 more enemies nearby here. Let's wait to use Azura's passive for healing. I used a lot of heal salves last map. I prefer to save the gold if I can. I guess it would be a way to get XP, but that's not really my priority at the moment. So there's 1 enemy here and 1 enemy here. So if we break this tile, we can unlock this guy specifically, and then we can just do stuff. I think we can do shenanigans. We'll probably walk around though. He doesn't. Okay, then we can just bully the hell out of him. Nice. Not really playing Fire Emblem if you're spamming end turn to get a support on 2 characters. You know, that's not how support works in this game, right? The main issue about Fates is not the time spent to do it, it's the amount of maps spent you need. Amount of maps you need to get your support rank. Because you need to put effort into it every map. It's not that much effort per map, but it's just a matter of like, do you have the time and bandwidth to actually make it work for each of these maps? Which is surprisingly difficult. Because like some maps are like a bit too like fast-paced to really build your supports. I understand your complaints, but those are not the complaints to levy against supports in Fates. Those are the complaints you would have for any other Fire Emblem game. Which leads me to believe your argument is a little ill-posed and based on perceptions that are from different games. But yeah, grinding support rank by just like spamming end turn, that's kind of boring. I think it'll be more having like a more like per map basis is more interesting. Oh wow, 2 crits. Yeah, I think like a lot of the strategy of like figuring out who to even bring, or like this guy's worse, but I need to build support rank to get a better unit later. I think that's interesting. Like, I think, like, I guess there's 2 ways to do it, right? Like, there's, like, this. There's, like, I guess there's, I'm not really super familiar with the details of Engage's system, right? I feel like a lot of it is locked to, like, Somnio stuff, which I'd prefer it not be. But aside from that, I don't really have many complaints about Fates' system. It's just, like, I feel like in Fates, the bigger priority is just ring bonds, which is like a different kind of support, I guess, right? It's basically like supports were flavored differently, but you can just buy it, I guess. Turn-based systems are kind of just like tedious. I think Radiant Dawn kind of does okay in terms of like you need to just deploy them together. But the issue in Radiant Dawn is that the payoffs for it is kind of minimal. There's not even dialogue for people that want that, right? I think Fates does it best. Awakening does it okay, I think, because it's basically the same system, I think. Like 3 houses and engage, I think it's mostly like mini game based, right? You gotta play your face petting mini game. So I think like, let me count tiles. So I think there's one enemy over here and one enemy over here. So what I want to do is I want to, let's do it like this. So I think we break this tile specifically. Wait. So there's one enemy over here and one enemy over here. So if I hit this one, we unlock this enemy. Perfect. And then we can just kill him. Ooh, an iron shuriken. That's pretty good. Unless you're playing with a wiki, you can't tell what characters reclass into the next. Honestly, I feel like that's fine. Because 95% of the time, that's just not going to matter. You don't really... You really only need, like, to really mess with this system if you're doing... If you're kind of getting really into the game. You know what I mean? Like, in a normal playthrough, you don't really need to mess with, like, alternate class sets. And the only reason I'm messing with it this much is because I'm playing my own, like, custom bullshit challenge. Awakening support buildings the same, the ward being combat buffs. I mean, you get the same thing here, right? I guess, granted, Awakening gameplay kind of breaks it down to, like, just pair up death stack kind of thing anyway, but... So it's kind of hard to like, dissociate the gameplay from, like, the fates, the class mechanics from everything else. Alright, let's break this snow, and then I think we just attack twice to kill this guy. Alright, more iron swords. Oh, I think I still don't have enough tome rank. Okay, so we have a bit more here. So there should be another formation of 4 over here. I need to probably uncover more of this area to get a lay of the land. Yeah, let's uncover this. Okay, we've got one guy there. We've got an arbor scroll. That's pretty good. Arbor scroll is pretty nice. I'm not really sure if I would actually use it on anyone right now, though. Let's try to focus on getting Gunter some tome rank. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, so I think I need to kill this guy ASAP and block the other one. Oh, nice. We're getting bailed out. So, since I got the, I can lunge this guy, I think. Let's get some more rank. I'll lunge this guy so I can get better attacks. I feel like I might have messed up. Oh yeah, I think only Korn can actually do enough damage to kill this guy. Shit. Now I locked away my pair attacks. So I think I dance. I pair up with Kaze. Kaze runs here, switch, dances for Gunter, and then we pair up attack again. And we got it. Okay, we're fine. Arm score will probably go to Samurai Felicia. That's a good idea. Getting the initial weapon rank will be pretty rough. I remember it was pretty tough to get that for Jacob too. Okay, there's our weapon rank for Gunter. Nice. Now we can do a decent amount more damage with the Ox Spirit. 5 damage. Very nice. Which is goes up a little, but not very much. So I think those were 2 enemies. There's still 2 more. I think one over here, one over here. So I think if I very carefully unlock the snow on this tile, we should be able to hit this guy. I messed up. Like, I was hoping to be able to hit that guy without him being able to counter by using the terrain to block him. But I messed up, and now we just have to do it the other ways, I guess. It's probably fine, though. Alright. Very nice, very nice. So I think we can probably get it. I'm trying to consider, like, Gunter will fall off, that's the thing. He's still going to be very useful because he's a very early skill user. He has access to skills early, unlike most units, but he's going to fall off, like, pretty hard. Not as much as you might think, I think, because the amount of damage he does is still, like, the same as everyone else, because, 0 strength. But I think just having another Wyvern is just really good. Alright. Let's wait until we heal the foe, and then we get the last guy. We should be around here. Hard seal for rally defense. The issue is that, like, if I do that, then I'm losing access to my tome axis, right? Which is actually surprising amount of damage. It's like, I feel like Gunter using tomes is like 20% of my damage right now. So I can't really afford to give that up, I think. Reclass for Luna? Luna... I don't know about that. Waiting for Trample is valid too. That might take a few more maps, so we might as well wait until Trample, yeah. Just because we don't have that many Heart Seals to play with. Let's lunge this guy. I think Felicia can then kill. If not, then I guess we, Perfect. You'll die instantly to any attack and get doubled by everything. You know that describes every single person in my army, right? It doesn't actually... His Gunter having, like, no stats and, like, terrible everything is, like, surprisingly not that much of a deal breaker, considering what everyone else is right now. So Gunter's actually not that bad comparatively, because, like, his weaknesses, the game has been modified in a way that everyone has those by default, and so they have additional weaknesses they didn't have before. But, like, you can't, like, die faster than in one hit, right? So you actually, it's surprisingly, like, if you're dying in one hit, that's, like, the worst situation you could be in. But it literally cannot get worse. Like, there's no, like, you can't go further down. Let's Ox Spirit this guy and lunge. That way we can attack with Corin, I think. Let's use a dagger attack. Here. with another poison strike. I think that should be enough to finish this guy. Nope, but we can beat the kill. All it takes to make Gunter good is to make everyone else as squishy as him. No, it's not about him being good. It's about him not being as being. Everyone else became worse, but Gunter didn't become. Gunter's worstness wasn't as drastic because he was already like near the minimum amount of bad, right? And in this case, Gunter actually has a bit of an edge because of his early skills, which he can uniquely leverage. Which is, it's terrifying. I know. No one is ready for the reality where Gunter is kind of a good unit in Rev. I don't think any of us were expecting this. But Gunter is carrying this run. He's not carrying it. He is just lifting like the 20% of the load that Corrin can't. Which is pretty considerable, I think. You just feel like he'll fall off more defensively? It doesn't matter if he falls off defensively because everyone dies in one hit, basically. I feel like planning around that is already like having like the difference between having one guy that dies in one hit and 5 guys that die in one hit is pretty minimal because you're still resetting if any of them die, right? And chances are everyone is in range when you're attacking anyway. So the additional weakness provided by more units that are weak is like not as much as you might think. Like, of course, yes, he will fall off defensively because he will. That's like guaranteed. But at the same time, you can play around that already, and he gives additional offensive access that other units are finding it difficult to get. Right? Having I think maximizing Savage Blow users. Like Gunter was even useful in the Conquest Zero Strength for like a long ass time, a very long time. So I don't think. Yeah, I think he's pretty decent. Is the best way to put it. He's pretty decent. Not great, not amazing, just kind of decent. You think Rome will still be as broken as in this run? He won't be broken, but he'll be very good. Because he has like a lot of free damage. But he's not going to be broken because I guess he can still kind of dodge tank. But it won't be as good if he can't kill anything, which he won't be able to. But he will still do like relatively more, like a little bit more damage than most characters can. So I think I move away so I can feed the kill. Like Gunter was like extremely useful in Conquest, both as a shelter user and as a Savage Blow user. He was outclassed by the replicate guys later, but until then he was extremely good. He was around for like at least like the entire early and mid game for sure. All right. So I think there's one guy there, so we can get him next turn. Being outclassed by replicate guys is the best possible outcome. Yeah, I think that's true. So I think here, what I do is I lunge. Because if I lunge, then I can immediately pair up attack. I think lunge is actually really good here because it lets me pair up attack without like moving first. which does a lot, I think, for doing extra damage. Another savage blow, and then we can finish with Corrin, I guess. All right. One more guy over here. I think this guy we can uniquely deal with by breaking this over here, which should lock him behind terrain. Nice. No general reclass yet. I don't think I'll have the opportunity because the issue is if I go general, then I cannot use Dragonstone. The extra defense will be pretty nice though, I think. But we're not at the point where we actually really need it. Corrin's still like functionally invincible. He can take a little bit of damage, but one or two raw damage, like 3 to 6, is still very survivable. Like he can still die in like 4 hits, but it's enough to not die immediately, which is all you really need in Rev, or just generally speaking, right? In Fire Emblem, generally speaking, if you're not killed in 1 turn, you're probably gonna make it. Just because of like how choke pointing often works. So I think we can lock this guy behind terrain too. So if we dig around this guy over here, we can... Now it's gonna be tough. I think I uncovered too much to make that work. Never mind. I can just break this and use the corner, I think, to trap this guy. Spirit dust, more worthless garbage. Yeah, Dragonstone just very necessary in this run. And anything like, I think going off of it just doesn't work. Like even in the Conquest run, it took me a long time to actually go 11 sword. To fully switch it into 11 sword use. And Dragonstone, I feel like I gotta keep using it until like at least the mid game. There's just like no other option, I think. I could also heal here. I could use my heal stabs for until I get to Tonebreaker if I really need it for Zola. So that's an option. There's one more tile up here. Let's just break it open. And there's another... Oh, Seraphro. That's pretty good. That probably should just go on Corrin, but I'm highly considering putting it on like other units like Felicia, possibly. So they can survive, like... They can stretch the damage, help survive mages, or maybe like 1 hit from another unit. If they can survive, like, if my guys can survive like 1 hit from a ninja, that greatly expands my options. Like the Fuga map was really bad because everyone was dying to everything. But if some of my guys don't die to some things, then I can do a lot more. Seraphro would help issues if she gets life and death. No, it actually wouldn't, because life and death means you take 30 more damage, and 5 HP is not gonna make the difference there, my dude. If I take life and death, that unit is forever 1-tapped by everything. There's one guy here. One guy here, one guy here, one guy here, one guy here. So if I break this tile over here, then I should unlock only 1 unit. And it should be locked behind terrain. Perfect. I'm actually liking how tactical I can get here with these placements. It's good fun. What chapter is this? It's chapter 10, I think. You're just already not getting any XP. So I think we should either kill the Felicia. 9 was the Fuga map. 10 is the snow map. Alright. It's gonna take a little bit. Only unit with high HP numbers like Gazak or Silas can take a hit. Most units can. Yes, the issue is just that a lot of birthright units have very low starting stats, and so it just doesn't matter like what they are or what they can do because they just have like 20 HP and they can't do anything with it, right? All right, let's plunge this guy. The debuff and apply Savage Blow. Savage Blow is just so good for extending my damage here. Without it, I will have like literally nothing. How useful do you think Rev Sure will be? I think he'll save the run. No, he's not going to do much damage. That's the thing. I think it's him applying debuffs is pretty good, right? Highwayman, does that apply minus down defense? Okay, it's minus strength and speed. That's not very good. Yeah, he might not be actually that good. Because I guess he'll be good for as a bow user. That comes for free. But aside from that, I don't know. So there's one guy here and one guy here. So I think I unlock the top guy first. There you go. Sure, we can reclass a ninja. That's true. But what's he gonna do as a ninja, right? He's not gonna be much better than any of the other ninjas you get. And he has no supports. What am I gonna do with like a with a maidenless ninja? Yeah, he also does start with like E rank. That's not very good. I'll keep dual striking here. Yeah, but it's unavoidable. The other thing is that even if I go as fast as possible, none of this matters until I actually get the 11th sword, which is chapter 13. So we have some time. How impactful are support bonuses? A little bit. My support bonuses in terms of pair bonuses, I think it matters a lot. But I think it's more about having access to the class change. So I think I kill with Corn here. Kill with life and death would be nice. The issue with Kinshi Knight is that it doesn't have actual damage skills. So I think there's only a couple enemies left. There's these guys and the boss and like 3 enemies over here. So I think what we can do is we can just we can go underneath and then try to snipe some of the enemies. Not having Sakura is probably pretty bad here, because Sakura is a pretty important damage reduction unit, and we don't have her because of reasons, I guess. I'm really fighting for like space here. I think Keldori like could be good, but the issue is like she has some free damage skills, but doesn't really amount to much compared to like actual damage skills, you know? I guess set with Samurai, she does have like a +4, +15, +19 damage stack, right? Which is not bad. Again, the issue is then getting to that point is pretty tough. And you don't get that many 11 swords. She doesn't need... so going Swordmaster would probably be the best option, yeah. Which class has Lancefair? That's Spearmaster, though, right? If it's Spearmaster, then that just doesn't work. Alright, I think what I do here is I think Felicia can damage the mages. That's good. So we can't open up this terrain. So I think we just have to do some hit and run attacks, which is fine. Let's attack with Gunter or Kaze. And then we just back up with dances. Perfect. Yeah, Spearmaster is... yeah. Keep in mind that units like Keldori are also competing against other like powerhouses like Camilla, Hinoka, you know? I feel like I need to use the Royals for sure. Just because like Hinoka's damage aura is gonna be pretty good. Even if she herself doesn't do that much damage. She's also very tanky. Relatively speaking. So like, I think for example in that case, I would rather use Hinoka over Keldori. And then like, if we're going through that logic, then like, why use Keldori over like Ryoma, right? Like, I wouldn't use Keldori over Ryoma here. And so like, for every unit that I want to get, I need to consider like what unit I can also use, and what units like I can get that can't otherwise be replaced, which are mostly the replicate ninjas. Replicate Savage Blow Poison Strike is like the optimal build for like extra damage here, I think, and there's not really much I can do about it. Leo and Xander weren't very good. That is Xander was very good as a tank for like quite a few chapters, and he was a passable wyvern. It is disappointing that he wasn't able to use Siegfried very much though, but what can you do? Leo's only rev pairings are the Birthright Sisters. I think it could be possible. Like I don't think Leo is very good here. Would probably be useful for like half a chapter. Takumi's personal? Yeah, Takumi will probably be pretty good, just because he's like archer with a powerful personal. Okay, let's get this guy. Sakura gives Tome Fear. I don't think stacking Tome damage is the way to play here. Like, it sounds nice, but I don't really think it actually does much. You know what I mean? So I think, I don't know, I think we have to use like a Core and Felicia pair up here. Yeah, I think Core and Felicia are just too core, like too important here to really do anything else with this. Yeah, let's just enemy phase like this. Sword Catcher could be worth it. It's like, again, it's like 5 to 6 maps, right? That's a lot. But it's an option if we're running out of other options. I think Leisha should probably be fine against Zola. He's got like 19 res versus 7 damage that can't crit, so 9 damage that can't crit. And we have... well, this guy's 13 defense, holy fuck. Wait. Can we even damage him? I guess after we debuff, we can kind of barely damage him. can kind of just barely damage him if we debuff. But it's gonna be pretty tough. So these remaining enemies, I think we try to unearth them slowly. I think so. There's one here, one here, one here. This tile, this tile, this tile. So I think if we hit this one first, then we can get one, exactly one. This one. We unearth exactly one. Mjolnir is really scary. Oh god. What have I got myself into? I think if I... That's so much damage, holy shit. Okay. Corrin pairs up here. Okay, so Corrin survives this. Like, Felicia survives this. We can do some damage. Does 4 times damage. We have shield gauge. Kaze with the Felicia should survive the crit, and then can get the kill. Right? Maybe if I go for a pair up here, it's a little better. There we go. Okay, and we have the pair of attack. Mjolnir doesn't land, and we don't get hit for 17 times 50 million damage. Holy crap. One over here, one over here. So I think we break this, the far tiles. Try to unearth one at a time. Okay. That was almost like a shit my pants moment. All right. Let's break this one. Now there's another guy with a Thunder Tongue. That should be doable. I think we just pair up with the extra strength. That should be enough. We attack, we dance, and we attack again. That should be a kill. You still digging through snow? Yeah. It's hard labor. So I think we've gotten most of the enemies, right? So we got this one, these guys over here, we got this pack, these two, all of these guys, this one's in the middle, and there's only one enemy left here. Oh, it's a cav. Shit. I think we have it though. Thought it was gonna be another mage. So we attack here. I think we just get the kill with anyone. Nice. You can even get the kill with Felicia. Very good. All right, let's see how bad the boss situation is. Yeah, I think this is actually pretty doable. This is pretty doable because we can do like 5 damage a hit, and we do 2, and the accuracy is pretty good. And once we debuff him, I think things get a lot better. Actually, if we use the Iron Shuriken, things are even better because the magic debuff is pretty big, right? If I give the Iron Shuriken over here, then we can debuff Zola's magic. But so I think we start with the Steel Shuriken, then we swap to the Iron Shuriken to debuff magic and the other stat simultaneously. Maybe if we're lucky, we can actually get the up to Tonebreaker mid combat. But I think we should be okay. I think even Azura's passive healing is probably sufficient here to get things going. And if we dodge enough, then it's really then we're really in the clear. Yell the treasure? Yeah, I think I got everything. Yeah, this should be more. This should be more than enough. We don't even need Tonebreaker for it. All right. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're probably losing some support points on Hana, but oh well. All right, we got it. We beat Zola. Any universe where Baruka is still valuable? It's this one. I think Baruka's gonna be pretty good. The Baruka Sizo pair will be optimal, and you will see the localized ellipses, and you will like it. You will chuckle at the humor. You will see two characters say nothing to each other, and that's their support. That's the one support I'll actually read. All right, GG. We beat the map. Oh, Luigi Jacobo with a $10 super chat. Been a fan since the FE11 summaries and enjoy the other summaries too. Thank you very much. Yeah, I guess you've been around for quite a while, huh?
It's over.
I hope you're enjoying the current direction the channel is taking. I think some good fun.
Big brother!
Cooked. I imagine this as Sakura just like suddenly speaking like Zoomer talk as she is kidnapped. The situation is cooked. She's not calling out to her sibling.
Sakura!
He's dead.
It can't. Contemptible fool!
There's the Leo exception.
Leo. What? Yeah? Listen.
It's invisible
I see.
enemy. Name the milker. Nope,
So
can't
sorry.
say who it is.
Leo? Traitor. Excuse me.
Man.
No. What are you... Huh?
Big brother!
What was...
Alright, I'm not reading this though. Alright, that's good. That's good.
What's that?
That fish. I'm not getting any of my council weapons. That's kind of disappointing. Oh, how are supports looking? Oh, Felicia Hana, very nice. Got B rank. So that's like 3 more maps until... Wait, FE Fates, Felicia Hana support. FE Fates support points, Serenus Forest. So let's see this. So Felicia and Hana have a medium growth, so then we're 4 maps off. Only 4 more maps until we have a Felicia Hana A+ support. Or S and A+ mutually exclusive? Nope, you can have one S and one A+, I think. I'm considering just like doing the core and Felicia pairing now. We always wonder when watching the summaries, do you give yourselves 99 resources because you just grab them anyway? I do that because that's like the only way to actually get any amount of resources in... The fuck? What's going on, Mozu? Why you got creepy pasta face? I guess the sprite didn't learn right. You don't need a map for A plus? Oh, really? Huh? Does A plus not count? I see. That's pretty fast then. Then we have it like just barely on time for the lava sword to come. Yeah, you normally get the resources through online features, but you can't get those anymore. So I add them in to compensate. And just like grinding, like you can't really grind them effectively because you only get like one per turn. And the only other way to get them is through my visiting castles. All right. So yeah, I think that's about it then. Thanks for watching, guys. Good progress today. And yeah, see you guys next week probably. Actually, no wait. Next week is AX. So I'm not sure if I'm streaming next week because I'll probably be at Anime Expo. Yeah. So I'll figure something out. Maybe sometime during the week. Maybe not at all. Who knows? Yeah, I think I'll probably come out with a birthright compilation soon. I don't think I want to start on the start the Rev summaries just yet because like later in the month I might have to go on a short hiatus to move. And so I might do some like I have some video essay style videos I've been like banking up ideas on. So I might spend some like do those like one or two a week, one a week or one every 2 weeks. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time, which will be determined at a future date. Bye.